What's going on, guys? This is Moonchild, the Do No Way, and today I got a PvE build for Titans that want a tank with the power of Frost. It's no secret that Stasis has some of the most powerful subclass traits in the game, so in this video I'm going to break down some fragments, exotics, and mods you can run to make you an unkillable god of winter. When it's time to give Pain the cold shoulder, the first thing you want to grab is the Icefall Mantle. This exotic converts your Titan Barricade into an on-demand overshield. When you press your class ability, the shielded buff pops up on the left side of your screen and a 20-second timer starts counting down. If you take damage at any point before it hits 0, the timer resets and you get another 20 seconds. That overshield stays active till it runs out of time or hit points. While it's up, you can't sprint or double jump and your class ability won't recharge. You gotta make sure you're using this at the right time, but it's an insane amount of extra hit points and we're gonna want that up as often as possible. To help with that, we're putting on the Fragments, Whisper of Chains, and Whisper of Shards. Whisper of Chains gives you a 25% damage reduction for standing near a stasis crystal or frozen enemy. Pair that with the Glacier Grenade, and you've got an easy way to proc your resist. Just throw it to the side of wherever you're fighting, and it's going to help keep you alive. Having Whisper of Chains active is going to make your overshield from Icefall Mantle that much harder to chew through. With Whisper of Shards equipped, shooting your stasis crystal is going to supercharge the regen of your grenade. When they're about to expire, just break a few crystals to get the buff rolling in the background. This is going to help you have a grenade up for every engagement and minimize the times you're not protected. Put on Whisper of Refraction, and now killing a slowed or frozen target grants you class ability energy. As soon as your overshield falls off and it can start recharging, this fragment helps you get it back to full so you can proc the Icefall Mantle again. When you're using the Glacier Grenade, Behemoth Titans don't have a lot of ways to slow or freeze their enemies. Normally that would be an issue, but Season of the Lost just so happened to bring the perfect exotic to fill the gap. Ager's Scepter is a stasis trace rifle that goes in the kinetic slot. When you kill a target with the ice beam, they're gonna detonate and everything nearby is getting slowed. After a second, they're all gonna get frozen and now they're sitting ducks just waiting to be exploded. This is one of the sickest weapons Destiny 2's ever had. To get it for yourself, just complete the quest called the Hollow Coronation that you get at the start of Season of the Lost. Ager's Scepter is the perfect weapon for the God of Winter because frozen enemies proc the damage reduction from Whisper of Chains. On top of that, every time you put them in the dirt, Whisper of Refractions fills your class ability up in seconds. When you get the Catalyst, holding reload overfills the magazine, increasing its damage by 80% and making sustained hits from the beam slow and freeze enemies. You gotta be at full super to activate it, and as soon as you do, it's gonna start draining your super energy. Normally I'd say that trade-off sounds like a raw deal, but in PvE, Behemoth Super kinda sucks. For that reason, it's the perfect subclass for getting the most out of the weapon. Even without any damage buffs at all, that alternate fire mode hits like a goddamn truck. It chews through bosses and majors in seconds, and check out the way it humiliates barrier champions. They get frozen over and over till their health bar is empty, never getting a chance to throw up a shield at all. If you're getting value out of this, like the video cause I quit my job to make this channel a resource for you. When the thing you want to kill dies, hold reload again to turn off the alternate fire and stop the super drain. With as powerful as that is, you're going to want to have it up as often as you can, and in a minute I'm going to talk all about how to make that happen. For now, let's go over what you should be running in your energy and heavy slots. For your energy weapon, you definitely want a primary because otherwise you're competing with Ager's Scepter in the special ammo economy. My recommendation is picking something that stuns champions and breaks the elemental shields in whatever activity you're about to do. This part of the build's pretty unimportant, so just use what you like and you'll be just fine. In your heavy slot, linear fusion rifles are all the rage right now because particle deconstruction's mopping the floor with every boss in the game. Threaded Needle is a great pick because it's easy to target farm and rolls with Vorpal Weapon for extra damage to yellow bar enemies. Aside from that, if you dip into Trials of Osiris, you can Snaggereed's Regret with the perk Headstone. With that roll, when you get a precision kill, your enemy gets turned into a stasis crystal. That's perfect synergy with this build, because not only does it proc the damage reduction from Whisper of Chains, when you shatter it, Whisper of Shards is gonna proc, giving you faster grenade cooldown, and the stasis shards you leave behind gives you melee energy. You get all of that just for a precision kill, and in my opinion, that's worth the trade-off of Vorpal Weapon. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about how to get that super bar up fast. The first part of that is slotting the mods Elemental Armaments and Bountiful Wells. Elemental Armaments makes kills with weapons that match your subclass type have a stacking chance to spawn an Elemental Well. Ager's Scepter is Stasis, and you're going to be using this thing like a primary, which means every couple of kills you're going to get one to proc. With Bountiful Wells on, every time you would spawn a well, you're going to get 2 instead. This mod takes quite a bit of season rank to get, so don't worry if you don't have it. You can use something like Explosive Well Maker or Fire and Ice from the artifact and be just fine. Put on Well of Potency and Font of Might, and now every one of those wells gives you super energy like an Orb of Power and makes Agger's Scepter hit 25% harder. This is going to help you chew through problem targets, and it's an easy way to top the bar back off after you've killed something with the alternate fire. Slot Font of Wisdom, and now when you pick up an elemental well, for the next 30 seconds your intellect gets boosted to 100. That means you don't have to worry about it on your gear at all. Even if you're sitting at a tier 2, it's going to take you all the way to the cap. 30 seconds is a long enough buff that before it falls off, you can spawn another well and restart the timer. As if max intellect weren't enough, for the God of Winter there just happens to be a fragment that takes everything we've got and pushes it to the next level. Whisper of Bonds gives you bonus super for killing slowed or frozen targets, and with Agger's Scepter that's pretty much everyone. You get one kill that freezes everything nearby, then you detonate them and watch the super bar jump. Now you can weave in and out of the alternate fire mode over and over in whatever activity you're in. As soon as you shut it off, you're seconds away from another super and being able to activate it again. Whisper of Bonds is the piece of the puzzle that ties the whole build together. You're an impenetrable wall of ice. You don't sprint. You turn the battlefield into a frozen wasteland and walk through it like the cold, creeping inevitability of death. During Season of the Lost, these are the artifact mods you want to put on because they synergize with the loadout and let you stun champions in those harder activities. And if you want to be a frost tank but you don't have the Icefall mantle yet, fear not, dude. Because I'm going to show you a loadout you can use to crush through lost sectors and farm exotics fast, and to see it, all you got to do is click the card on the right. Thanks for watching. I am Moonchild of Do No Way, and I will see you in the next video.